Hello there. Is this better? Yes. Time for another thrilling live stream. I'm having so much fun tonight at 2:30 in the morning. About 3. It's going to be another late one. Storm Fury, holy cow, within 40 seconds of the live stream starting. I came prepared. Drinks on hand, drinks all round. No, it does not contain alcoholic content, in case you are wondering. Still tastes pretty good, though. No, it is not an energy drink, so any energy I exert in this episode of Random Dude Rambling, it's all natural energy, so you should feel good about that. Anyway, guys, I think this is going to be one of those live streams where I'm going to rant for the first half hour of the stream about literally nothing, and then after that I'll actually read a live chat every now and again. No Storm Fury. Can't be spreading misinformation in the live chat. Why am I holding the mic? Because I can't afford to get a table to put the microphone on. No, because this stand is very small. And honestly, I didn't get much exercise today, so I figured, hold the microphone up with my hand the whole stream might get me a bit of exercise. We'll see how that works. But yeah, guys, I'm wired up. This is my prime time right now. 3, 4 in the morning live streams. This is when I can do it. This is when I've got the energy. Don't ask me why I was made to the point where I actually have energy at 3 or 4 in the morning and not like in the middle of the day like most people. I don't understand. Thank you for the 3 likes, guys. Holy smokes, we are killing it in this live stream. I've only been streaming for 3 minutes and we already have 3 likes. If we can keep a like going for every minute of the live stream, that would be highly appreciated, and that would probably end up being the best live stream I've ever had in my entire life, which isn't saying much, but alright, I just scared off a good bit of the viewers from talking that fast. And then if I go back to talking slowly in my monotone voice, nobody's gonna like that either. So I just get to a point where I'm pretty sure the viewers don't even know what they want. So I help them out and just decide for them. Stretching. Yes, mind is buffering. Anytime I take a couple seconds of not saying anything, gotta put up that buffer symbol. Cool painting, thank you. Unfortunately, I did not paint that painting because I have absolutely zero experience at painting. People ask me if I can paint. I say yes, I can paint. I can paint colors onto a white canvas. Will it look any good? No, but considering modern art these days, I don't think it really matters. It's abstract art. Just like these live streams, they're abstract live streams. Yes, this live stream, I'll just be rambling the whole time and ignoring the live chat, not reading the live chat at all, except for Storm Fury's chats. Which you're welcome, Storm Fury. Yes, I just took a drink of liquid. Everybody turn off the stream. That was inappropriate. But yeah, I can paint. It doesn't look good. I can live stream. It's probably not very entertaining. Probably doesn't teach you anything. Probably doesn't do anything other than rob you of a couple brain cells. But to this point, I honestly just don't think anybody has brain cells anymore, so I don't think there's any brain cells for me to take away. So I don't think it really matters at this point. We will come back time after time. I hope so. It would be pretty rough if my viewers never came back. Be a shame. I am a decent ways away from the live chat, so I'll probably just be reading a live chat every now and again. And no, I don't really feel like reading about how everybody wants me to, take care of myself. And why are you so depressed, bro? Or what are you doing? Do you have nothing else in your life to do if you're live streaming at 3 or 4 in the morning? Must be a complete bum. So, you know what? I feel like I've had my fair share of that over the past live streams. I'm going to take a bit of a break tonight. Guys, here's some incentive for these live streams to do well. If my live streams get to a point where I can get a good 20 people in here consistently, which has not been the case yet. If we ever reach that point, I will start getting moderators and assigning some mods for my live streams. So there's some incentive for the live streams to do better, because I know everybody just wants me to put them as mod, even if it's literally their first time ever watching my live stream. They just immediately ask, because, like, what else do you say in the YouTube live chat except the usual, hey, this guy looks like Nick Fuentes' cousin, or AJ Soprano, or Count Dracula. Other than that, it's just kind of the same old nonsense. You've been watching me for 15 years. That would be slightly impossible because I've not been doing YouTube for 15 years. I would have started this channel up a long time ago, but the problem was, I was a little kid. My parents were a little bit strict about me and my brother getting technology in our hands, because the world would end at that point. It's not like 5-year-olds nowadays are running around with phones. That doesn't happen. It doesn't happen every day. Oh, man. Oh, Max. Oh, no, guys. Max is in the live chat. That's pretty much, you can kiss the live chat goodbye, guys. If you had anything that was reasonable that you wanted to put in the live chat, any form of logic you wanted to display in the live chat, you can forget about it, because Max is here, and he is going to continue to be a bad influence on everybody in the live chat. I'll answer your questions, Max, if you can refrain yourself from copy and pasting that same question within 5 minutes. I'll tell you whether or not I like olives if you can refrain from copy and pasting it. I'm trying to help out Max here, guys. He has a condition known as commentaria. The inability to stop copy and pasting the same thing 100 different times, and it's a condition that affects many people on YouTube, especially with live streams. It's a tough one. Guys, I'm having a hard time remembering how to get comfortable on this couch. I can't just sit like a normal person. I have to put my leg up, put my arm up, lean all the way back. I can't figure out what we're doing here. Yes, commentaria. Definitely not just a made-up condition that I made up one of the live streams that Max was at his peak of his powers. Storm Fury, are you getting... Oh my, okay, Storm Fury. See, this is what happens, Max. It's not like Storm Fury just does this every live stream. You're being a bad influence. You can't be doing this type of stuff, Max. Thank you for the 10 likes, everyone. We're only 10 minutes in. I told you we gotta keep it up. 1 like per minute. Even if we don't have enough people, you just gotta switch YouTube accounts. Like with a different YouTube account. How long am I gonna keep talking and just not drink it? Just keep pretending like I'm about to take a sip and then I just keep talking and talking. Thoughts on World War II? Well, my thoughts on World War II. It happened, what? About 80 years ago. World War II happened. That's my thoughts. Any other deep questions? I just had a hot dog right before the stream, guys, so... I'm just gonna... If this live stream ends up being boring and I can't think of anything interesting to say, I'm just gonna blame it on that hot dog. Because that's, you know, it's always the hot dog's fault. It's always somebody else's fault. I usually don't blame things on inanimate objects, though. You guys know, if you watch my past live streams, how much I love inanimate objects. Thoughts on the wheels on computer chairs? Yes. I actually have 2 computer chairs in this room. They're behind the camera so you can't see it. The wheels are very squeaky. They need a nice little WD-40 wash. They're not very good. At least the ones I've had experience with. Alright, so if anybody is new in the live stream, basically in this live stream, Max and Storm Fury are competing with each other for who can copy and paste the most. And we're all just gonna watch these two go at it in the live chat. And while I just sit on my rear end and consume beverages. Non-alcoholic, by the way. You guys gotta place your bets on you think who's gonna win this match between Max and Storm Fury. I hate to say it's Storm Fury, but I don't think anybody beats Max out in copy and pasting. He's a champion at it. I've seen this man too many times in live streams before, and he's just unmatched. Anyway, well, Max is keeping the live chat going. I'll go ahead and talk about some random story time. Let's think about some interesting stories from my lifetime. Maybe. Let's think, has anything interesting happened in my life? Having a hard time thinking of anything right now. I live stream about every day, if you call that interesting. It's more like insanity, though. Thank you again, guys, for those 10 likes. Keeping the likes going. Guys gotta put a number of likes every time Max copy and paste the same thing. Because then I'm gonna have my best live stream of all time. I apologize to anybody who actually feels like commenting in the live chat, because there's no way you're gonna get in there. It's a war zone in the live chat. That's alright, though. My last live stream, I paid attention to the live chat the whole time, pretty much. I had a few moments where I ended up ignoring it, but I did a pretty decent job of paying attention to live chat. So I've done my service for humanity. Max has ADHD. No, he has commentaria. It's a very I'd like to say it's a rare condition, but my live streams seem to attract these type of people who copy and paste their entire clipboards. 11 viewers, 7 likes. Man, I wanted to make a joke about 7-Eleven, but it's backwards. That's a shame. Guy gets up to 11 likes, guys, and then 4 of you have to leave the live stream, which we shouldn't have any problem with that part of it. Well, there goes one. We got 3 more going. Oh. There you go. Up to 8 likes. I'm sure we'll get there if I go for long enough. I'm sure we'll get there. Possibly. Alright, Storm Fury. Don't let Max rub off on you. Well, now we got another person doing it. Oh, my. I apologize, guys. Alright. I'm gonna go into my little story time here, and then after that, hopefully the live chat is cooled off and I can read you guys' comments and you can tell me how stupid my story time is. Anyway, so I've been having some interesting experiences lately because my brother got back home from college, which is a huge problem. So I have an older brother that I've lived with my whole life. Well, yeah, I can say that except for these past 4 years these past 4 years were the first years that I've actually lived life. Like, literally lived. First, 16 years of my life, I was not alive. I was there, but not really. And a big reason was because of my brother. He's back from college, and now I have to figure out how am I supposed to go back to living life again. See, there's this massive problem. Massive problem, guys, that all of you are very interested in hearing about. My brother has a lot of charisma, and he's actually, like, good at doing things in life. And he just has overshadowed me my entire life. And, man, this boy's charisma is off the charts. I mean, you go anywhere with this guy in public, pretty much everybody I thought I knew doesn't know me. Because they're like, oh yeah, you're that one guy's brother. What's your name again? Dude, we went to school for like 5-6 years. We were in the same class. Like, I still don't remember you. And then, like, everybody in my graduating class doesn't remember me. Let's not talk about that. Let's also not talk about my 14th birthday. Why? Because that was COVID year. And that was a problem. Generally, birthdays are not a problem. But you have one in the midst of COVID. There it is, guys. 7 viewers, 11 likes. My favorite gas station. Shout out to my boys still working at 7-Eleven. Filling up that Slurpee machine. You guys are the frontline workers that keep this country running. Anyway, back to my story here. Yes, I'm gonna completely ignore the live chat the whole stream and just, you know, just make a lot of people angry and then they just leave the stream because I'm not validating their rage bait comments. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. On a scale 1 to 10, how annoying is it when I take a drink of water? Well, it's not water. Take a drink of liquid. Can't tell you what this liquid is, because then we'll be getting demonetized real fast. And then after I take a drink, I just go, into the microphone. Doesn't get much more annoying than that. We can get my little brother in here to live stream. That'd be insanely annoying. Oh wait a minute, I don't have a little brother. That's right. I was gonna have a little sister, but that was a tragic accident, and I was not there for that tragic accident. That tragic accident, more commonly known as a miscarriage. Those things tend to happen. If she was ever born, she was gonna have problems. Let's just say that. Health problems, mental health problems, even better. And, just never happened. Just never happened. I mean, I only have one sibling, and man, that's enough. I mean, man, does anybody, like, legitimately have a bunch of siblings and actually enjoy it? If you say yes in the live chat, then you're an extrovert. Have to be. Or you're just insane. That's usually what I mean by extrovert. No, Jen. There you go, Jen. That's right. You don't like your siblings. That's what I was hoping to see. Oh, Nate Johnson is back. And he's on the attack. Keep it up, Nate. Guys, enjoying looking at that picture behind me? It's a good distraction from the human body on the screen right now. The human body that we threw in here, and it's definitely not just AI. I'm definitely not just AI. This isn't a pre-planned video. This is definitely real. Max, I have a serious question for you. Do you watch other people's live streams and do the same thing? If you do, Max, you're unbelievable. You really got something going for you there. Yes, we're just living in the Matrix. We are all in the Matrix. No, we are not, Nate Johnson. Stop spreading false information. It's not like I'm always spreading false information with my extravagant stories that may or may not be factitious. I was going to say fictitious. I think it's factitious. Guys, ready for a little ASMR session tonight? Alright. Alright. What is going on? What? Max, what are we talking about? Alternate personalities? That sounds like an interesting topic. To be honest with you, everybody has alternate personalities. I don't know anybody in life who acts the same way in every situation in life and around every group of people. I don't know anybody who acts the same way no matter what the situation is. Like, if you put somebody in a room with people they've known their entire lives and then put them in a room with random strangers, you think they're going to act the same way? Probably not. Yes, that's just common sense. But you'd be surprised how little of that is still around. Battery's up to 100%. See if I can go. See how long I have to live stream until I can completely drain it. Alright. Max, I'm gonna give some people in the live chat a chance here. It's just a 5-minute timeout. You can come back and spam afterward. But I feel like reading the chat right now of people who actually have things to say. Which is probably nobody, but I'm giving nobody a chance. Because everybody deserves a chance, even nobody. Yes, that definitely made sense. Do not question me. Yes, Nate, everybody loves my accent. It's a universally accepted accent. I haven't met one person who said, "Oh, I hate your accent." This is just another... And basically, when I said that, that was a way of me fooling somebody into saying in the live chat, "I hate your accent, so here's your opportunity." Make you a mod? Dude, you're literally one of the people spamming in the chat. I have people who have watched my live streams consistently, and I haven't made them a mod. I literally have no mods except myself. And obviously you can tell I'm a great mod. Excellent. Now I'm gonna start... I will get mods whenever my streams consistently get 20 viewers at least. And that's probably never gonna happen, so I don't have to worry about it. If we can get up to 15 likes, that would be nice. You know what? 20. How about 30? Unfortunately, YouTube does take that into account. I wish they didn't. Wish they didn't take anything into account. Yo, I think Max might have left the stream. Max, I only gave you a 5-minute timeout. Chill out, bro. I guess he can't even wait for 5 minutes. No, I'm not. That's my cat, yeah. I'm sure your cat has figured out how to type messages into a live chat. That would be pretty impressive. You need to make a video of that. That isn't definitely just AI. Oh, here you go again. Yeah, come on, man. Do you want a 5-minute timeout? Happy Memorial Day. Well, I don't think it's Memorial Day anymore where I'm at. You must be in a different time zone. You on the West Coast or in a different country? Son of Thor 14, good to see you back, bud. Gotta keep putting people in 5-minute timeouts today. Just going off the rails. I know everybody has hyper energy at 3 or 4 in the morning. Let's calm it down. Why am I single, Nate? Because, you know, if I stick around with another person, they're probably not gonna let me live stream and talk about literally anything I want, because they probably get very concerned that I just tell a bunch of random strangers a bunch of random pieces of information about me that may or may not be true. That would just send them insane. Trust me, I have to be careful what people find out about my channel, because people are very insecure these days. They're like, oh, there's a lot of horrible people out there who are gonna destroy your channel, hack into your YouTube account. It's like, dude, who would want to hack into my YouTube account? If you wanted to hack into somebody's YouTube account, do it with, like, an actual, like, big channel. Because that might actually, like, nobody would waste their time with me. It'd be like breaking into a garbage vehicle. Trying to steal a car. Trying to steal a Geo Metro from 20 years ago. Yeah, probably crap. Nobody would do that. You don't have friends. What are you talking about, man? I mean, just because I'm live streaming doesn't mean I don't have any friends. Just because I live stream about every day of my life obviously doesn't mean I don't have any friends. I don't have anything better to do. That's a great point. Thank you. You can thank me for making such a great point by switching into about 100 different YouTube accounts and liking the live stream with all of them. So that's probably what we need to get this live stream off the ground. Why am I flipping this cap into the air? Nobody knows, but I feel like doing something with this right hand. Can't just be doing nothing. You always need to be doing something, guys. If you ever just have like a day where you just stop and meditate and just like relax and not do anything, like not even watch TV or anything, just sit there and don't do anything, you know, that's definitely acceptable. It's not like anybody around you is just gonna come right up to you and be like, is there something wrong with you? Why aren't you constantly distracting yourself with things every second of your life? You know, you can't just be sitting here just doing nothing. That's an abomination against humanity. Can't be doing that type of stuff. You gotta be distracting yourself, even if it's with stuff that doesn't matter. You'll never remember a couple of days from now. You gotta be doing something. You can't just sit here, you know. The human body and the human mind was not meant to just sit and waste. Was not meant to just do nothing. Even if you're just a decrepit old person, can't just be sitting around. Sarcasm, folks. If you guys haven't watched my live streams enough, you're gonna get sarcastic comments. Just a guarantee. A wise man contends with a foolish man. I don't know what that means. You guys better get all your comments in right now, because I think Max's 5-minute timeout is about over, and he's going to hop back on here and start spamming, so your time of saying real words that come out of your head and putting them in the live chat is limited. Do I remember you or no? Yes, Austin, your name does look familiar. I do remember an Austin before with a purple A logo. You legal? No, Jeffrey. Recently escaped prison. Recently escaped Alcatraz. Acknowledge me. There you go, mod. I just acknowledge you. Will you ever become a mod on my channel? Probably not, which isn't really saying much because nobody is except me. Yes, Nate, thank you for making everybody in the live chat aware that I have a fake mustache. They didn't need to know that. Thankfully, we only got 9 viewers, so that makes me feel a little bit more secure about myself, and most of these people are probably going to be leaving in the next 5 minutes anyway, so. And then they'll probably never see my channel again because it's so small, so. I'm not worried about it. Well, there you go. Finish that beverage in a whopping 34 minutes. Congratulations to myself. That's really amazing stuff right there. Thanks again for the 20 likes, folks. Man, Max must have left the stream, guys. Man, I thought he could handle a 5-minute timeout. It's just too much punishment. Oh. Oh, you're a sub to the channel, Austin. Congrats. You are one out of 1,900 robots to subscribe to the channel, because I don't think any actual human has ever subscribed to this channel. That would be a first. Ooh. I will not give you guys the secret on how I created my fake mustache. Bro, you're not a troll. Dude, I have people who have watched my live streams, like, all the time. And I never made them a mod. And I told you guys, I only give out mods whenever we whenever I can consistently get 20 or more viewers, which you guys know that's never gonna happen. Yeah, because if you need to get consistently 20 or more viewers, you need constant live chats and you need constant likes on a live stream. Most people aren't gonna do that when it's just some random dude rambling about who knows what. And there not being any set topic and not going over current events or fear-mongering people into liking my video. If you guys don't listen to this in the next 5 minutes, your life will never be the same again. So this random piece of information that I say is going to come to you in the next 5 minutes, I'm actually going to drag it out to about 20 to 30 minutes because I need to get more watch time for my YouTube videos, and you're not actually going to get the answer to your question or the reason you clicked on this video until the very end of the video, because people definitely never do that. Oh man, Max. Alright, your 5-minute timeout has subsided, and he's back on the attack. I hope you guys got in everything you wanted to say. You like me, I am funny. Thank you, Austin. A lot of people think I'm funny, it's just not in the way that you would want them to think of it. You got pretty big ears there, man. Are you Dumbo the elephant? No. You look funny, okay? No, it's 3 or 4 in the morning. I mean, if I wasn't funny at 3 or 4 in the morning, I mean, I would just never be funny, because by the time you get to 3 or 4 in the morning, this is how it works, folks, alright? The beginning of your day, every day, is usually the part of the day that you take very seriously. And then as your day progresses, you stop taking things as seriously as you did at the beginning of the day. So near the end of the day, you know, it doesn't matter to you as much. But, like, by the time if you're still awake at 3 or 4 in the morning like I am, like, nothing, it doesn't matter, because you're out of it. You're tired. Yeah, I mean, I'm not really too tired right now, because I didn't wake up till late, but, you know, it's just, that's kind of how it works, folks. And I don't know why you guys don't believe me. Yes, thank you, Austin. Thank you. Also, thank you for the 20 likes on the live stream, guys. Definitely not just making up a higher number than what it's actually at. Because I would never do that. I would never be deceitful. This is one of my favorite spots here to live stream at. Yeah, I think you should try ASMR. Yes, we know. Apparently, I just need to whisper into my microphone and say everything so softly, because that's what people watch vertical live streams for. Yeah, I don't know. I can honestly live with myself making YouTube videos, live streams, where I just say a lot of nonsense more than actually doing ASMR. Like, I would rather just have live streams of saying a bunch of crap and nonsense that doesn't make any sense than, like, doing ASMR, which to most people probably doesn't make much sense, but, you know, I'm trying to prove the YouTube algorithm wrong. I'm trying to prove the YouTube algorithm for the benefit of future YouTube that not every video has to be highly entertaining, not every video has to be informational, not every video has to just be something nice for people to listen to like ASMR supposedly is. I personally have never understood ASMR and don't really like to listen to people clicking their mouth in front of a microphone, making weird clicking noises with their oral cavities. It's really not up my alley, but I'm trying to prove to YouTube guys that indeed we can just do live streams that are not entertaining. Just a random dude sitting on his couch. The camera doesn't move at all. Nothing's happening. And you can still get viewers that way. And it doesn't have to be a full-fledged podcast where we break for commercial every 5 seconds just to cover up the fact that we can't keep a conversation going for that long. You know, most people with their YouTube videos, they go the easy route. They just do reactions to other videos, or they play video games or do something on the stream. Or they have another person they're with that they can feed off of, and then they just feed off of each other. I went the hard route. Just sit here, talk in this microphone about literally anything that comes to my mind. And literally, it's just so great. It's very freeing. Not easy to keep it going all the time, though, but... Random Count 8484, thank you for the super chat. I don't know how you could possibly be entertained and informed from this live stream. I don't know how. Through, like... Maybe you're just like one of the few humans on Earth that is not desensitized yet. Like, are you just like one of the few humans on Earth that has not been desensitized by hyper entertainment, flickering screens, fast-paced videos, fast-paced editing, people talking and actually like giving valuable pieces of information or something that at least interests you? But good for you if you are. A lot of people are just insanely desensitized these days, myself included when I say that. Thank you for the next super chat there. You are autistic. I will take your word on it. Where am I from, man? Where am I from? Well, I'm from the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania in the United States, because you didn't know that. And we were just celebrating Memorial Day. And I wish I could say I celebrated it, but to be honest with you, I didn't remember it was Memorial Day until the day was already over, and now it's 3 in the morning. Somebody said in the live chat, oh, happy Memorial Day. It's like, oh yeah, that was yesterday, wasn't it? Honestly, to be honest with you, I'm just losing track of my days at this point. I would love to live a year where I just don't have a calendar the whole year and just try and keep track in my head what day it is and utterly fail. And then I'll go out in public and like I'll say something stupid like it's May or something, and then it's actually July. It'd be funny to do that, but I don't know. I just haven't worked up the courage to lose track of the time. You could still have a clock and everything, but just like don't look at the calendar. Like get rid of the calendar on your phone. Just don't look at or literally do anything. Well, I guess the calendar on your phone you can't really get rid of. I think that's one of those factory settings that is of no use. No. So many factory settings on phones and crap. It just don't need it, but you can't get rid of it. Can't just uninstall this stuff and then it's like, yeah, we're getting you a phone that has 120 gigabytes, but you know, 100 of those gigabytes are already taken up with the factory settings. It's like maybe that's not very helpful. Our new phone has 10 cameras on it. It's like, okay, so and all of them are complete garbage. My phone is like, how old is my phone? I think it's like 5, 6 years old. And you guys can tell how bad the camera quality is, and it's got like 3 cameras, so I don't think it makes much difference here. Alright, I will start reading people's live chats possibly. Oh, wait a minute, everybody's just spamming. What accent is this Corey Mars 88? I mean, I'd like to say it's a Pennsylvania accent, but people keep telling me in the live chat that no, that's a Southern accent. Dude, I was born, raised, and still live in Pennsylvania. So, I don't know why random strangers are trying to convince me otherwise, trying to convince me that I'm some kind of an alien from outer space. I did not originate on planet Earth. I know it's pretty insane that somebody actually enjoys streaming, actually enjoys talking about random garbage that comes their mind. I know it's a shock. I know most of you can't handle it because you're too desensitized, and I can't blame you because if I myself had the option of watching this live stream, that would be a no. It would not happen. Maybe I listen to it in the background, but with how I don't really like my accent that much, even though other people keep trying to fool me into thinking that they like my accent. I still don't believe them, though. If I had a suit of plate armor, what would I do with it? I have no idea, man. Probably wear it, but not in public. In fact, I wouldn't do anything in public, no matter what. Yes, I've been streaming since you last saw me. I never stopped. I never stop. The stream goes on infinitely. Thank you guys for those 25 likes. We have reached our barrier for this live stream. 25 is usually the barrier that YouTube allows. Never mind, 26 is usually the barrier that YouTube allows. People don't like your accent? Yeah, I mean, there are certain accents that I don't much care for, but you know, I don't know what they are because I never listened to them. It's like people ask you, what are the things you don't like? I wish I could tell you, but I never like spend my time participating in things that I don't like. So I've kind of forgotten since then. Yeah. Well, there's one thing you can never get rid of that you'll never like, no matter how long you live. And that's your siblings. Can't get rid of them. Unless you want to go to prison for the rest of your life. Sarcasm, folks. Can't take everything on the internet seriously, guys. I know everybody's taking this seriously right now. You're writing every word that comes out of my mouth, you're writing it down, taking notes. Gotta calm down, guys. Being a little bit too studious here. I should, like, do a live stream where I pretend to be a professor or something. giving a lecture, but I don't think anybody would fall for that. I could get all. I should have a live stream where I get all dressed up in a suit or something, but dude, I don't even have a suit. Can't do anything. You have a question or some questions. Well, regardless of whether I tell you it's alright to say the question or not, I'm pretty sure you're just gonna say it anyway. Some guy is restreaming my channel. That guy's gotta be completely out of his mind then. If nobody in their right minds would ever steal my videos, you'd have to be completely insane. So I'm not... Thankfully, that's a nice thing about being bad at YouTube. You don't have to worry about hackers hacking into your YouTube account because there'd be no point. You don't have to worry about YouTube taking down your channel because YouTube doesn't even know your channel exists. You don't have to worry about anything. The life of a small YouTuber can be good in multiple instances, but can be bad in others. Like, trying to actually get viewers can be tough. Is that my couch? Well, yes, it is considered to be a couch, yes. How's the Pennsylvania weather today? It was very hot. Past 2 days, a lot of rain. So it cooled off, and of course it heated back up today, so... Yeah, very hot, very humid, getting up into that 90s region. You're gonna ban everybody if I mod you. Probably why I'm not gonna mod you. The guy made a clip of me, not just the whole stream. I don't care, dude. If somebody steals any of my content, feel free to. Feel free to steal anything off my channel. Download it, use it as your own. I literally don't care. Maybe if this channel gets big one day, but I'm not really too worried about that. How are we doing tonight, sir? Xavier, I'm struggling. My brain is struggling to think of interesting things to talk about because it always struggles to do that no matter what day it is. So, thanks. Have a good day. All right. Well, it's kind of the middle of the night right now, but I'm sure I'll have a good day once it gets to that point. I'll just be in bed by that time, which is always a good time. Bedtime is a good time. You're from Pennsylvania. Yes, that's what I've been told. That's what I've been told. I was born here, apparently. Thank you for that super chat, Hank the Stank. Do I like tomboys? The fact that you put in parentheses no need to answer, I feel obliged to answer that. Dude, the problem is I don't know if I've ever met a tomboy in my life. If I did, I didn't know it. I mean, my uncle's name is Tom, and he is a boy. Well, he's a man, but you can... A boy. Used to be a boy. But, like, actual tomboys, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if I ever met any. If I met some, they never told me they were a tomboy. It would have been nice if they had explained that to me, but of course not. They just tell me their name like it actually means something. It's like, okay, so another random human. Can you give me something a little bit more detailed than that? Something that, like, might actually help me understand you? Nope. Nope. Thank you. You guys just got a hint from another person in the live chat. If you want me to answer a question, you need to put in parentheses. You don't have to answer this. That was very clever. I've never seen anybody do that before. Very smart. Sorry, I do not love oranges. No, Max, I did not report you to YouTube. You don't know why I'm mad? Well, if you watch the live stream long enough, you'll figure it out. Get me up to 35 likes if you want to see me really lose it on stream. I was telling everybody about how much I love being a small YouTuber, and then we had to blow this stream up. No matter how many times you say please, it's not gonna make me more want to make you a mod on the channel. You're welcome for the idea. You don't love them, but you didn't say if you like them. What are you talking about, tomboys? Or are you referring to something else? What are we referring to today, guys? Sorry, reverse psychology isn't gonna help you become a mod either. I told you guys, I'll give out mods whenever these streams get 20 viewers consistently. Like, every time I live stream, I'm guaranteed 20 viewers at least. I set it that high because I know it's not gonna happen. Then I don't have to make anybody a mod. Because I just kind of like doing everything myself. I'm a very selfish individual. Nobody helps me out with my channel. I don't have anybody who edits my videos. I don't have anybody who literally helps me out in any way. I do all the thumbnails. I do all the videos. I do all the shorts. Literally everything. Because I'm very selfish. And I'm a control freak. I can't stand having other people help me out, even if they've got way better ideas than I have. The captain must remain in his ship, even when the ship is sinking. Yeah, I think tomboys are more of a rarity these days. Yes, man, I am a narcissist. It's about time we caught on to that fact. If you are a control freak, you are automatically a narcissist. In fact, why don't we just give the definition of narcissist? Let's just make the definition literally any human who breathes. Alright, you are a narcissist unless you're dead. Yes, I'm looking for a tomboy, man. You know any tomboys? Yeah, sure you are. Hot take, there's nothing wrong with being a narcissist, obviously, because then you would be basically saying there's something wrong with being a human. Get the classic short hair and wear men's clothing. Congratulations. We're in the same boat. I mean, my hair's getting a little bit long now, but about time for a haircut, but I would say most people would say it's more short than it is long. It's not exactly down to my shoulders yet. Yeah, that's all a tomboy is. As long as there's a human being that has short hair and wears men's clothing, that'll be the definition of tomboy on Wikipedia. Thank you for those 40 likes, my 11 viewers. At least it says 11. Is it actually? Who knows? I don't know where YouTube comes up with these numbers from. Prison has changed your surroundings? What? Why are we talking about animal cruelty in the live chat? That's not... We do not promote animal cruelty in these live streams. A guy in here talking about shooting his horse. That's animal cruelty. Can't be doing that, man. Think I'll get $11 million in this live stream? Yeah. I'm pretty sure we're about to have somebody donate $11 million through a super chat. I don't think that's even an option. I think the highest you can even put in a super chat's like $5, unless I'm mistaken. Beautiful eyes, by the way. Thank you. Now I have a question for you. Can you tell what color my eyes are? Because I bet you can't. I'm sorry, I always have to make fun of anybody who says how nice my eyes are. Because you can't even... With how bad my camera quality is, you can't even see what color they are. Unless you just guess it. But you can't really tell with this horrible camera. Plus, anytime somebody says your eyes look nice, first thought that goes into my head is because I'm a neurodivergent individual. The first thought that goes into my head is that, your eyes are tolerable, but the rest of your face, I don't know about that. But then you get the overly positive people and like, oh yeah, I love your eyes. Sure. And hair, and nose, and mouth. Hello, hope you are well. If you had gotten in the stream an hour ago, I would be doing much better. But I couldn't find you. Where were you at? Yeah, you're putting in multiple guesses in the chat here. You can't tell, can you? What? Bye, bro. Have to do choir? Do you mean chores? Somebody had to go do choir practice at 3 or 4 in the morning. The back door, Xavier. Nobody goes through the front door. It's the back door, man. We know what we're talking about here, Xavier. Yeah, late night for choir, boy. Dude, that's the best part of being a narcissist, is you don't have to think about the fact that you're not very bright. That's the whole idea. Like, if you're a narcissist and you're actually a bright individual, like, what is the point in being a narcissist? There's no point. I don't think Catholics are the only group of people who have choirs. Again, thank you for the 40 likes, guys. Generosity flowing. Yeah, I cannot believe that guy who was in here earlier talking about animal cruelty putting his horse out of its misery. That was just... That's a type of live chat you'll never recover from. That was a bit too much. You know, we can take all the rage bait in the world and all the copy and pasting, but man, that was just out of hand. Man, guys, we actually outlasted Max in this live stream. Everybody give themselves a round of applause. We wore Max out. If you wear Max out and he can't keep spamming in the chat, you know you did something right. Yeah, Max does love oranges. The only thing he loves more than oranges is copy and pasting at the speed of light his entire clipboard. Yes, congrats. You got my attention. Honestly, the only thing you guys have to do to get my attention in the live chat is just not copy and paste. That's literally as easy as it is. Unless I'm rambling about something, I'll usually respond. But all you have to do is just not copy and paste, and your mission will be accomplished. Or if you type long paragraphs in the live chat, I'm probably not going to read that. Dude, I'm not really into nicotine, man. Steroid user. Gotta get into the roids. We had a live stream dedicated to me talking about my steroid usage. Some people were asking me if I could demonstrate, but we can't really get into that here on YouTube. Do I use AI? If I'm giving you the serious answer, the straightforward answer, no. I've never used AI once for any video. Never even used it for a script for a video. Amazing, isn't it? Kinda why my videos are insanely boring is because it's just the thoughts from my own head, which are very limited. Good path. Thank you, Xavier, for blessing the path I've chosen in life. Abstaining from nicotine usage, only steroids. Yeah, it's a tough path to follow, but a very rewarding one. You know, I don't have to worry about getting too old to the point where I'm gonna have to, you know, get to a nursing home, because the longest I'm gonna live is probably to my 50s, 60 at the longest. If you guys didn't know, if you use steroids too much, it enlarges your heart, and you're more susceptible to heart attacks and other fun stuff. Get that old cardiac arrest going, and yeah, so, you know, I really didn't want to have to deal with, you know, living to the point where all my friends and family have passed on, and I'm just living in a world full of strangers, and then I'm spending every day in a nursing home with a bunch of people I don't like. I decided, let's just skip that and just hammer down the steroids, take a good 10 to 20 years off my life. These live streams also take, you know, at least a day or two at least off my life, so it's pretty good for that. You're not the only 20-year-old? Are you serious? Dude, I thought I was the only 20-year-old in the entire world. Are you trying to tell me otherwise? Don't make me have to go against my narcissistic tendencies here. Matthew has said hello. Hello, Matthew. If this is your first time watching my live streams, boy, you're in for a wild one. If not, you know what's going on. Secretly 420 years old. Possibly. Thank you, Matthew, for subscribing from the channel. Do you have any evidence of this? We need proof here, Matthew. You know, just because I may have gotten another subscriber doesn't mean it's you. I need video evidence of you clicking the subscribe button and posting it on your YouTube account. Yes, I sound just like Nick Fuentes. Yeah, isn't that amazing? I've never heard anybody compare me and Nick Fuentes before. Not like that happens every live stream. You don't know how to do that? Well, there's an option on your phone to screen record. At least there should be. You gotta find that, and then you gotta screen record your phone as you press the subscribe button. And then post that video on your YouTube account. Say the word. There you go. I just said the word. Are you happy? Can anybody provide Matthew with a YouTube tutorial on how to screen record his phone? I guess I'll just have to take your word for it, Matthew. It's not like I have to take the word of everybody else who tells me this. The word. Yeah, you throw the phone directly at the wall, smash your phone up a bit. That's a surefire way to get to start screen recording. Thank you again for those 40 likes. Insane. Hold up, I'm checking something. Yo, did Nate Stevens leave the stream? Nate, where are you, bud? Nate. Calling Nathaniel. Nathaniel Bandy. If you guys have never seen Nathaniel Bandy before, you've never lived life yet. You haven't lived life yet until you watch a Nathaniel Bandy video. Number 10! Sorry I'm making references nobody understands. I enjoy doing that a lot. You know, I wish I could pretend like my sole purpose on these YouTube videos was just to confuse people, because I'm really good at that. Unfortunately, for some reason, that's not my main purpose. My main purpose is to get 40 likes on this live stream, and on that facet, we are utterly failing. Oh, I need to move around, guys. I'm real, YouTube. I'm not AI. I'm real. I have to keep telling myself that to wake myself up. Thank you for that 39th like. Can we fool somebody into giving us the 40th like? Because they secretly don't know. Once this live stream reaches 40 likes, the whole world is going to detonate. That's going to be the end of it, guys. And I thought everybody was fed up enough with the world to where they were ready for that detonation process. You don't know what you're doing? Yeah, I mean, welcome to the club, Steven. A question I ask myself every day. What am I doing? Oh, man. Don't get me started on doing a backflip. Don't let's not talk about we have that every stream. Every stream somebody's talking about do a backflip, do a backflip. Guys, do I have to embarrass myself and admit that I cannot do a backflip? Because I'm not a real human and I'm just AI slop? I don't want to admit that. Thank you. There we go. 40 likes. Detonation process is about to commence. If you guys hear some large explosions in your area in the background, don't be frightened. You know, I never thought we'd be having somebody talking about octopi on this live stream. You know, maybe I didn't set the detonation process at 40 likes. Should have happened by now. Maybe it was 50. Maybe it was 60. Sorry. I apologize. If you guys are getting bored, just stare at that picture in the background. It'll save your life. That picture is, done miracles for me. As we all can tell. Guys, are you done commenting in the live chat? Come on now. YouTube only promotes the live stream if you comment in the live chat. Thank you. Even if you're telling me Nick Fuentes, I can handle it. It's better than nothing. If you guys keep the chat going, it helps keep my brain going. If the chat doesn't keep going, my brain stops going, and I don't have anything to talk about because I'm definitely an amazing individual who has a lot of deep thoughts and can just carry on conversations for hours on end and never get tired. Forrest Gump. Want me to talk? Oh, okay. Yes, I know you guys are just switching YouTube accounts. Forrest Gump, AJ Soprano, Nick Fuentes, Count Dracula, Sasquatch. Why am I vibrating? Because this couch has one of those vibrating things. And yeah, the couch can vibrate. It's a very cool piece of equipment. And yeah, Sasquatch is also my favorite. No, it's called My Leg is Shaking because we're in sub-zero temperatures in this room. Minus nil. You're doing good, Steven. Keep talking about the water. Keep talking about the aqueous solution. Keep it going. Matt, how long did it take you to figure this out, Matt? Yo, we've had a Matt in the stream. We've had a Matthew. What is going on tonight? Matt, Matthew. Anybody with the name Matthew must, like, just always be up at 3 or 4 in the morning. Pretty strange. Oh. Gonna need a bottle of water here soon. Gotta get that water, right? Yep, Steven, I gotta go get me a bottle of water, guys. My voice is giving out, but don't go away, new viewers. We'll be right back after these messages. Come on, they already left. 8 people just left, and I literally just told them to hold on. Why don't they ever listen to me? Water is overrated. What are you talking about, Xavier? Water is everybody's favorite beverage. That's why it costs, you know, that's why people don't have water fountains are not for free. That's why water fountains are not for free. Soda fountains you can just get free. Water fountains, that costs money because that's what everybody loves the most. It's always their favorite beverage. You're leaving? Oh, come on now, John. The fun has just begun. Come on, man. Tell me about Forrest Gump, AJ Soprano, Nick Fuentes. When you tell me that, you're obligated to stay on stream if you're going to bring that up to me. Yes, when you tell them leave, they won't. When you say stay, they don't leave. Yeah, I've become very aware that people do not listen to other people, and they do the exact opposite. Unless it's the person that they're trying to get in a relationship with in real life, and they will refuse to say anything negative toward that person. Which I'm not sure how you're supposed to form real relationships with human beings when you're not allowed to say anything negative, because that's kind of part of being a human. As much as people love to pretend like, oh, just overly positive all the time, every day, every second of our lives, we should just be just overly positive about everything. That's not how your humanity works. That's not normal. Dude, I got the shakes. Yes. As I told everyone, this is definitely not a result of my couch vibrating. I've got the shakes, guys. What was happening? My voice is going to start sounding like I'm talking through a fan. It's not going to be good. Thank you for those 45 likes. I appreciate it, humans. More like AI robots. Definitely not. Ooh. Anyone have objections to me shaking? Guys, what do you want to talk about? I feel like ranting about something tonight. Complaining about something because I haven't really done it yet. And I feel like I need to get back into that part of my humanity and not limit myself. So you got any topics you think would absolutely infuriate me? If you're going to say something bad about my appearance, that is not what triggers me. Say something interesting here. You love my mom's house. Thank you. It's a pretty nice house, isn't it? Pretty amazing. I'm very thankful that she allows me to live stream in her house. Allows me to display a part of her house in my live stream. That's almost asking too much of her, but she allows it. Matthew, you leaving the stream. You did not provide me that video evidence of you subscribing to the channel yet. Can't leave until you provide that evidence. Out of curiosity, to the guy named Gavin Schaefer in the in the live chat who just said hi. Out of curiosity, do you have an alternate account named Wyatt Schaffer, or is this just an alternate YouTube account? Because that seems like a pretty weird coincidence. I'm pretty dumb, man, but I'm not that dumb. I know I don't have many viewers on my live stream. So you just assume I can't do anything in life and I'll just fall for any pranks. Fortunately, I still have a part of myself left. Very slim part, but a part nonetheless. What time is it? 4 in the morning yet? How the heck do we have 42 likes and YouTube can't even promote this live stream to more than 10 people is beyond my imagination. No, Steven. I have not legally given you the right to my pieces of property. Okay, we haven't gotten to 4 in the morning yet. I trust the live stream will start picking up once we get to that time. That's prime time for live streaming. It's only 2 in the morning where you're at. Well, where I'm at, 3 in the morning. Guys, give me a topic that just triggers me, please. I gotta get something here. I'm out of it. YouTube requires 50 subscribers before you go live. Is that the requirement? I knew there was some kind of requirement. Yeah, I will give you the pieces of advice that I've learned from live streaming. Just don't ever live stream. No. I mean, I about have 2,000 subs, and I can barely get 5 to 10 people watching. Now, maybe it would help if I would actually talk about things people were interested in, or, like, do something entertaining and not just talking the whole time. That would probably be a good suggestion for you. Plus, most people aren't even willing to do a talking live stream for hours upon end anyway. But if I were to give you advice, don't do horizontal live streams ever. They are terrible. They don't get any viewers, and YouTube doesn't promote them at all, unless you have at least 10,000 subscribers. Just do vertical live streams and do something other than just talking the whole time. There you go. That's my best piece of advice for you. Thank you, Tyler Frazier, for that nice compliment. Yeah, feel free to stream on Twitch. Streaming on YouTube's a whole nother ball game. It's, I've tried to make it work, guys, but some things just can't be forced. Twitch only does horizontal. Interesting. Yeah, I would just suggest if you are planning on doing live streams, only do vertical. Don't even fool around with horizontal. It's a complete waste. Until you get past 10,000 subs. I mean, I still do a horizontal live stream occasionally. Just for the sake of doing something other than this crap. But it just goes nowhere real fast. We're getting nowhere real fast. YouTube doesn't promote it. In fact, if you're starting up a YouTube channel at all, here's what YouTube does. Your first ever video you put on YouTube, they promote that video, and they hook you into thinking that they're going to promote all your videos. But after your first video, they're not going to promote any of your videos unless you are consistently putting new video after new video after new video, but most people don't have time for that unless they're just pumping out AI slop. Uh, so my suggestion is, if you're willing to dedicate, like, doing a YouTube channel these days, you might as well throw your money on the lottery, and I'm not joking. If you're trying to actually get a successful YouTube channel, throw your money on the lottery. Just do it. It'd be way more worthwhile investment than this. Unless you really love doing YouTube. Which, I mean, I enjoy YouTube a good bit, but it can wear you down at times. Especially when you're first starting out, because you'll get, like, no viewers at all. And you just have to accept the fact when you first start out a YouTube channel, you're not gonna get any viewers on any videos at all. Like, maybe 1 or 2 here and there. That's about it. I would suggest when you're first starting out a YouTube channel, look up what are popular topics that people are doing if you want to grow your channel faster. If you're like me and you want it to take 3 years before you get your channel monetized, just make a channel on a video game from 20 years ago that nobody plays anymore. But I wouldn't have been able to keep this channel going if I wasn't passionate for it. I just personally could never get into doing popular, whatever is popular or, trending on the internet. Just that stuff just puts me to sleep, so I don't care about that. I would rather talk nonsense for 3 hours straight than do something that's so-called popular. You stream solely for interaction. Yeah, you don't look for profit. That's good, because you're probably not going to get any on YouTube. No, the problem is getting interaction's gonna be tough too. Because you would think it'd be easy to get like 5 to 10 people in a vertical live stream. Dude, it's not easy. I mean, I've got 2,000 subs and look at me. Yes, there's obviously more entertaining things you could do with your vertical live streams than this. But, it's just... It's going to be really tough. It may take you years. Unfortunately, most people from the outside just think, who have never tried a YouTube channel before, I think a lot of them think it's just going to be a piece of cake because all the videos they get recommended to them through YouTube are really popular videos because that's what YouTube recommends. But you don't see the millions of different channels that never went anywhere, that had tons of videos on but never got a following, because there's tons of those channels out there. It's just you'll never find them because they're impossible to find. You literally can't find them. Trying to find small channels on YouTube search is like trying to find a needle in a haystack. You can literally type in the exact title of the channel and they still won't recommend it to you. So trying to start out as a smaller YouTuber, basically near impossibility unless you're willing to stick with it for years and never see, like, you'll see progress, but it's really slow when you first start out. Just getting 1 subscriber per week when you first start out is going to feel like you just accomplished something. It gets easier the more people you got following you, and the bigger your channel gets, the more YouTube feels inclined to recommend your videos and actually promote your videos to at least a handful of people. So, to those of you ever thinking about starting up a YouTube channel, if you're willing to put years into it, go ahead. If you're not, I mean, not every channel takes years. Some people do take off right from the start, but it's very rare. Very rare. Anyway, I'm sorry I haven't been paying attention to chat at all. But anytime I see somebody who's thinking about starting up a YouTube channel, I'd like to give you some advice, because if you try and look up videos from people trying to help you start up a YouTube channel, they're all crap. Look it up on YouTube, those vidIQ videos, all them, total garbage. Never watch any of them. Just don't. They're there for you to waste your time. Basically, they're just there. These people, the only reason their YouTube channels are successful at all is because they just make videos about how to make your YouTube channel successful. Yet they've never ran a YouTube channel on anything other than advice on how to make your YouTube channel successful. So how can they give you any legitimate advice when they've never done it themselves? They can't. And usually they all just copy each other. All these people, this is a massive problem on YouTube for everything. People just have to, unfortunately, the way the YouTube algorithm works, you just have to like copy other people. Like people will literally copy the exact same type of video as somebody else, the exact same format, the exact same title. The video pacing is exactly the same. They take a break in between for whatever, a sponsor or whatever at the exact same time. Like, it's just a copy and paste. And they do it because the YouTube algorithm, once it sees that one video is successful and does well, then they'll promote any similar video like it. So basically, there's a ton of people being successful on YouTube who are just piggybacking off of other people's original ideas and stuff. And it's always a laugh to me anytime YouTube tries to convince people that we promote creativity on YouTube, because they don't. The algorithm literally promotes people copying popular videos and basically redoing the same videos over and over and over again. And then you just got a bunch of crap videos on YouTube that are just all the same. That doesn't help anybody, but that's what the algorithm promotes. It's a bunch of junk. But yeah. Anyway, I don't even know if that person who was talking about starting up a YouTube channel is still in here before, but thank you. I told you I wanted to rant about something. That was a perfect topic there. Dude, what are you talking about being negative? I have I actually have 4 years of YouTube experience. I used to run a different YouTube channel. But I have over 3 years of experience, and I've learned a lot. And, I've learned a lot more from my experience on YouTube than I have from these fake people on YouTube pretending like they have all the answers. And their videos are... If you ever see a YouTube video titled, How to Get 1,000 Subscribers Quick, or anything like that, How to Get 4,000 Watch Hours Fast, it's a joke. It's a complete joke, because there's no way to do it. I mean, the best way to do it is just make YouTube videos pretending like you have all the answers to how to be successful on YouTube when you really don't. And then you just fool a bunch of people who don't know any better. And then they just waste their time taking your horrible advice. And these people are basically benefiting off of other people's misery. You really think they would give you the answers to how to be successful on YouTube? They don't care about you. They care about their own videos doing well. I just feel bad for anybody starting out small YouTube channels, because there's a lot of creative people out there. But the problem is YouTube algorithm doesn't promote creativity, and it just... There's a bunch of creative people out there, and you'll never get to see any of their videos. You can thank the algorithm for that. You'll never see it, because they have to run through all these different hoops and all these different ridiculous things that are totally meaningless just to get somewhere on YouTube. And I'm not trying to paint myself like, oh, I'm a victim of YouTube or whatever. No, I'm not the most creative person in the world. And I'm not anywhere near one of the best YouTubers or anything like that. It's just, I feel bad for the people who are very creative, because there's a lot of creative people out there, but this, YouTube and just the society in general, it doesn't benefit creativity. It shuts it down. Creativity is not profitable. Creativity is not unless you're like the very top 1%. That's about it. And a lot of times these people, they just don't have any outlet to show off their creativity. They don't have any way to do it. They can try, but they have to run through all these stupid things and have to deal with all this crap just to try and get somewhere. And that might just never work anyway, so. Thank you for the sub. I'm gonna stop ranting about this unless somebody is actually thinking about starting up a YouTube channel, because there isn't much point in me ranting about this if you guys aren't thinking about. If you want my honest suggestion, I would say just don't start a YouTube channel unless you don't. I mean, YouTube's a nice place just to keep videos on. Like, if you have videos that you want to store all in one place, just make a YouTube account and put videos on it, and you can just private the videos if you don't want anybody to see it. I mean, even if you put them on public, hardly anybody's going to see it anyway. It's good for that. But if, like, you were trying to make a successful YouTube channel, it's probably going to take you a while. Just saying. Gotta have a lot of dedication. Thank you for the 50 likes, guys. Cancel YouTube. There are good videos on YouTube, but man, it's just the only videos that do well are just these videos where it's so formulaic. It's within the first within like the first 10 seconds of the video, the person who's doing the video sets up this huge premise for the video, and they act like this is going to be the most important video ever created. And then after those 10 minutes, then like everything after that has to be fast-paced. And like, I don't know, it's just some things are just not meant to be that way. And it also just desensitizes people with some of these fast-paced slop videos that don't mean anything. It just desensitizes them more, and then for videos that might actually be informational and not as much entertaining, people just aren't going to watch it because they're too desensitized to enjoy it. See my comment on my Smash Brothers video. What are you talking about, Stay Tuned? Did you actually make a Smash Brothers video? Yes, Thomas, you did this to me. You did this to me the other live stream. Told me you were Pete from my boss at work. You already did that to me, Thomas. Gotta try it on somebody else. But yeah, wild stuff, folks. It's funny, Stay Tuned, how you only seem to stay tuned for this trash and you don't actually watch the Smash Brothers videos. Stay Tuned, I forget, what was that different YouTube account you used last live stream? Try to pretend like you're somebody else saying the same thing? What would you recommend for a better Smash Brothers setup? Stay tuned, because I'd really like to hear your explanation for that. You just got a Nintendo 64? I look like the Sopranos. Yes, I look like everybody on the Sopranos. Everybody you could imagine. Super Smash Bros. Is very good. Yes, it is. The whole three of us. Well, you can blame YouTube. Because YouTube doesn't exactly have brawl videos as their top priority for promoting, so you can blame the algorithm for this direction. Start a fitness page, yeah. Excellent advice, man. If you guys want a shortcut on how to be good, how to get the shortcut on YouTube, just make a fitness YouTube channel. Because everybody's extremely obsessed with that content these days. Uh, uh, who guys got anything else you can get me to rant about? You gotta find the target audience. Well, this is all generic stuff that they tell you. What they don't tell you on YouTube is that you have to be a certain way and you have to fake your videos and fake that like every second of your videos is like the most important videos on the face of the earth, and you have to fake all these different things to get your channel to do well. For some reason they never give you that advice. They should. Favorite type of music? The sound of my voice. Yes, folks, I am a narcissist. A narcissist with a small YouTube channel is a killer combination. No. Favorite type of music? Well, I would say my favorite type of music is any music that James Paget composes. And you guys probably don't know who that is. Look him up on YouTube. What do I think about food becoming more and more processed? I think it's a real thing. It's definitely a real thing, and it's definitely not just another way for the economy to suck every living ounce out of our body, take every part of our humanity away from ourselves, so we have nothing left except to be mindless zombies. Putting in minimal effort is going to get minimal results. Yeah. The past 3 years of this channel, I've been putting in minimal effort. uh, Dude, there's a lot of people on YouTube who are just never going to succeed. It's unfortunately a reality. Unfortunately, YouTube algorithm doesn't promote everything. And I'm not going to do crap I don't care about just to please the algorithm. How do I think I'm a narcissist? Well, Elizabeth, everybody tells me I'm a narcissist, so I just have to believe them. You know, you gotta believe everything everybody tells you. Look like a Dr. Pepper drinker. Scott, didn't we already discuss this before? I feel like we discussed Dr. Pepper before in another live stream. Narcissists aren't the worst. You are not a narcissist. How do you know, Scott? Yes, Scott, we did discuss Dr. Pepper and all its off-brand versions of Dr. Thunder, Dr. Wise. I am really self-aware, yes. The only way you can admit you're a narcissist is if you're really self-aware. I'm more self-aware than most people are, but to be honest with you, here's a little hot take. I don't think anybody fully understands themselves. I don't even think Bob Ross fully understood himself. I don't think anybody can ever fully understand themselves. Yes, you can take steps, but honestly, the people who usually think they know the most, who usually think they have all the answers, are usually the ones who are least informed. Because the people that usually are usually smarter can see how complicated everything is and know there is no way for their human mind to comprehend everything. Put the microphone down. I am not putting the microphone down. Stay tuned. This mic is never going down. Dr. Pepper is just carbonated water. I guess we could probably say that for every soda. Yes, I know you hate it. Stay tuned. I guess you'll just have to turn off the live stream, man. Guess you know. I know you're having so much fun complaining about it, but yes, stay tuned. I know you were my first ever subscriber. You were here when this channel was started. Nope, just carbonated water. No barbecue. No, I have never watched that movie before. I usually watch a lot of movies, though, to avoid watching the biggest horror movie of all time, titled My Life. I feel like that's what most people would say, right? Escapism. I just watch movies so I don't have to think about how boring and mundane my life is, and then I watch a random guy on YouTube talking about it, and that brings me back to reality, so I have to shut off his live stream. I used to do live streams all the time where I talked about things I actually cared about, and I tried to help out people by telling them how negative everything was. They just couldn't handle it. We build a community around you playing Smash. I don't know what live stream just disconnected. I don't know where that community went. Holy matrimony. Oh, calm down, Steven. Yes, stay tuned. I apologize for putting you under my hypnotic spell and forcing you to watch all my live streams against your will. I know it's tough. You're just gonna have to sit through it and stop complaining. Gotta switch hands here. Microphone's getting a bit too hefty. I don't know how long I'm getting a live stream for. I wish I had more to talk about, but of course not. Why is my hair sticking up in the back? Not like it's been doing that the entire live stream. Smash was going to take off, yes. A lot of people have told me that Super Smash Bros. Brawl is now taking off, and there's a ton of people who are interested in it, and they're all flocking to my channel because I was the only one making a channel on this video game for the past 3 years. Yeah, I know about that. That's what we're getting here. Glad I stuck with it. It's finally paying off, right? What's my favorite band? Is it impolite to tell you that I don't have a favorite band? I just like random songs and don't really have a favorite band. I'm unfortunately one of those people who only listens to the best songs from each band and don't actually like care about anything else they did. It's not like people do that with YouTube as well. They just watch a YouTuber's best video and don't watch literally anything else. Or most popular video, I should say, up for debate of whether it was their best or not. Yes, I gave up on my passion, man. I just don't make brawl videos anymore. Hi, am I single? Whoa. Breaking out the burner questions. You want to give my live stream a like before you give me the big tough questions? I apologize. I apologize, Ethan, but I've never heard of any of those bands. As you guys can tell, my passion in life is not exactly music. I have music I enjoy. Thank you for liking the stream. Now I can answer your question about, are you single or not? Obviously, guys. Obviously. Dude, I'm not making any more brawl videos for you. You just sit on my live streams and complain the whole time. Why would I give you what you want? You need to be patient. Sorry, I keep flipping this bottle. Oh, yeah, you give me that like on the stream, and then you take it away after I answer your question. You're a despicable human. I'm never answering another one of your questions again. I've got to listen to these bands, man. Oh, yes, my life is going to be incomplete. Oh, Stay Tuned was the one who disliked. All right, sorry for blaming that on the person who asked if I was single or not. I just figured it was them. Stay Tuned. Apparently, that you just admitted to me that you like the live stream to begin with. And I haven't played any Smash Bros. On this live stream, and you liked it regardless? You just contradicted yourself, my friend. Do I like Minecraft? Another big question. I've always preferred Roblox over Minecraft. Yes, you can now dislike the video. I shouldn't be tired yet. I've only been talking for 2 straight hours. This is ridiculous. You made a band with your friends. Congratulations. It's truly impressive coming from someone who would never do that. I am not musically talented in any way. Or talented. But, you know, unfortunately, life doesn't just allow you to take a ringside seat, just be a spectator, just because you weren't blessed with God-given talents. Nope, you're still forced to try and become something that you're not. Unbelievable! Dude, I'm sorry, you can't tell me to play Brawl anymore. You literally just told me you like this live stream, and you knew there wasn't going to be any Brawl in this live stream, which means you actually like it when I don't play Brawl. And you contradicted yourself and lost the argument. Can't tell me that anymore. I've got off-screen talents. Yes, I do. I have some talents that I have displayed. Me and my dishwasher have many talents. And, can't really get into those tonight. Yeah, put it to use, Ethan. If you have any talents, put it to use. Fortunately, some of us were not blessed with talent. But if you have any, put it to use. Because, I mean, regardless of whether you have talent or not, you gotta do something. Gotta do something. Oh. No, Steven. You can never be my dishwasher. My dishwasher is sacred. And you can't say anything against my dishwasher or pretend to be my dishwasher. Well, I hope your music career does well, Steven. Hope it does better than my YouTube career. If you can call it a career. Yo, I could have just done this the whole time. I could have just propped my mic up with my pillow. What was I doing? Metal music? Wild stuff, Ethan. You must have a wild voice to be able to pull off that. Get some hard metal going. Where's Drew at? Let me guess, R Bizzle. Let me guess. You're Drew, but you're an alternate YouTube account. Definitely not. Definitely. Dude, I'm sorry. I don't know any of these bands, guys. Fortunately, this is one area of life that I bet I've remained ignorant in. You know, I've got to save something for the latter years of my life. Because I'm not going to have anything when I'm older if I just explore all my options right now. Severe anxiety, depression, and stress. That sounds like that's going to be a hit. A lot of people can relate with that. Yes, guys, I'm tired. And anytime I tell my viewers I'm tired, that essentially means turn off the live stream. I've got nothing left to give. Got nothing left to give but my life. I always like when they use that movie quote. Anytime that's used in movies, I immediately bump that movie up in my rankings. Nothing left to give but your life. Steven, why do you think I would have blocked you? Dude, did you see Max in here earlier? It's amazing I've never hid him from the channel. Yeah, I haven't... I mean, I've hided people from my channel before, but usually I'll be gracious enough to not do it on the live stream. Just do it afterward, so nobody knows. I'm not planning on hiding you from the channel, Steven. Even if somebody gets hid from the channel, they can always just make another YouTube account. That's the glory of YouTube. I've had people before that I hid from the channel and then they come back with a different account and they're like, why did you hide that one guy from the channel? It's like, okay, we know it's just you using another YouTube account. No need to use false pretenses here. Thank you for admiring the art in the back. I do these live streams and I just hope that the picture in the background will carry the live stream once I've gotten 2 hours into the live stream like I have in this one. Because I tend to run out of things to talk about. Then you can just stare at the painting in the background. How do you get hidden? If you're asking how do you get hidden from my channel, I honestly don't know the answer to that. If your name is Max, maybe. No. If your name is Stay Tuned. You know, it's amazing I haven't hidden Stay Tuned from my channel. You guys are gonna have to carry the conversation. I'm losing it. Let's get the live stream up to 55 likes. And then YouTube might start promoting this thing. Dude, you would think 50 likes would be enough. I guess not. I don't understand YouTube. Painting would be a cool cover for an album. Probably would be, but you probably get a nice little copyright notice from the artist suing you for using it without their permission. Don't you love that, guys? Copyright. That's one of my favorite things on earth, copyright. When you use somebody else's content and it literally promotes that person, or you use a song of theirs, literally promotes that person, and then people go to check that person out, and then they get more of a following. And yet the person who does that, who brings in new viewers or new people, new audience into these other people, they get copyright, even though they were helping that person. That's another part where creativity is just not helpful. Not helpful. Just, it's not encouraged. You can't. I'm not saying copy and paste like other people's YouTube videos and just use their YouTube videos, pretend like it's theirs. I mean, like giving people a sample of something that somebody else did and promoting it and like putting a link to their channel or whatever. It's like there shouldn't be anything wrong with that. But we live in a strange world. Instagram has no copyright. That must be nice. Fortunately, YouTube copyright is a very real thing. How about Tobey Maguire, not Fox? Old Tobey Maguire, one of my favorite underrated actors of all time. Man didn't get put in enough good roles. He will always be my Spider-Man. Sorry for whistling into the microphone. That was uncalled for. Guys, I literally can't stop playing with this bottle. I should probably be focusing on making the stream better, but... Now, I was hoping you guys would cut me some slack here. I've been streaming for 2 hours. Maybe just let me sail through the last hour of the stream. Kinda just take it easy a bit. What time is it right now, Scott? Time for YouTube to actually promote this live stream. That's what time it is. It's 3:56 in the morning. The only time I'm allowed to live stream, because if I live stream at normal people hours, all the big live streamers just eat me alive. And I don't get any viewers, so it's just like no point. I just don't live stream at normal people times hardly at all. No, I did not hear about a song about Tobey Maguire, but it doesn't surprise me. That man deserves to have many songs written about him. Yeah, like, share, and subscribe. Isn't that what you're supposed to say, Scott? I don't know why people ever say share, because nobody shares. Who would you even share these live streams with? These live streams are like, you don't want to tell anybody that you watch this, or else people will think you've literally got nothing to do with your life. So you'll just never share this. Dude, my painting is backwards. Yeah, I know, right? Impressive, isn't it? Are you the same person who, when I did that live stream with my clock in the background, told me my clock was backwards? Starting to understand here. Yes, Scott, I always have a point. I pretend like these live streams I don't have a point, and nothing I says means anything, but, you know, if people want to get something out of these streams, I always leave a few breadcrumbs behind. Just they're usually dug far beneath all the other crap. I apologize. I'll make sure everything in the background is not backwards next stream. Have I thought about making my own Smash Bros. Group, or are you an introvert? What is that supposed to mean? Dude, I am an introvert. But that doesn't mean I don't like talking to other people about things I'm passionate about. Even introverts will do that. The only problem is the vast Brawl community doesn't like it when you have different opinions than what they have. And it's pretty hilarious to me how the vast Brawl community just looks up to professional players who only usually play one or two characters and don't ever play any of the other characters in the game. And apparently these are the people we're supposed to get the opinions from on every single character in the game. It's pretty hilarious. I can't think of anything more hilarious. It's not like you can just form your own opinions on things. You're not supposed to do that. You just gotta be brainwashed. What time do I wake up? Today I woke up at 3 o'clock p.m. Which means I'll be waking up today at probably 4 p.m. And then tomorrow 5 p.m., 6 p.m., so on and so forth. That was an incredibly long sentence. I didn't notice, Scott. You know, I'm getting a bit tired now, to the point where I'm not really noticing what I'm saying. It just goes out my mouth and I'll never get it back. It's gone. It's gone. I'm gonna make this pencil disappear. Ta-da! It's gone. Alright. I'll stop. You guys want to talk about introverts and extroverts? Guys interested in that? No? Yes? Maybe so? I'm an introvert. Unfortunately, a lot of people assume because you're an introvert it means you're a very shy human being who doesn't have a desire to ever interact with another human for your entire life. That's not exactly what it means. What it means is you get your energy. Your energy comes from being by yourself. That's literally what motivates you. You work better by yourself. That's how I've been able to stay motivated with this Brawl YouTube channel. I don't have anybody who helps me with this channel, and I can't say I've exactly had the best support in the world from the so-called Brawl community. Uh, um, the reason I stay motivated is because I motivate myself. And that's like a secret power of being an introvert. A lot of extroverts, they usually need validation from other people. If I need validation from other people, doing vertical live streams would probably not be the best way to do it. It doesn't mean it's not nice when somebody compliments you on something, but it just doesn't hold as much weight as it does for an extrovert. An extrovert lives for somebody else telling them how great of a human they are and how much of an upstanding citizen they are. And they just love everything about them. And, extroverts are the ones that are going to get offended usually when somebody says, like, if somebody's doing a live stream and they said something about, oh, get a job or go to the gym, you bum. Introverts can get upset about that too, but they usually won't get as offended. Basically, anything that other people do to them doesn't hold as much weight as it does for extroverts. It doesn't matter to them as much. It's a common misconception that introverts they're just insanely shy and they're scared to be around other people. Not that they're scared, they don't get as much from it as extroverts. Extroverts, they live for being around other people in big groups and all that crap. Introverts, that's very energy draining. They don't like that stuff. It doesn't come naturally to them. Bipolar people are introvert, extrovert? No, bipolar doesn't have anything to do with introvert, extrovert. Bipolar is a thing where you experience extreme emotion swings that are not natural. A lot of people think they're bipolar when they're not, just because it's normal to experience different emotions. But most people these days have desensitized themselves so much to where they don't experience much emotions. That would be me. And so anytime they actually experience extreme emotions, they think there's something wrong with them. And most people don't experience many emotions anymore because having emotions is not... There's no benefit to having emotions in this society. There's literally no benefit. Being a mindless robot that just does whatever you're told, that's what's beneficial. Having your own thoughts, wanting to do your own things, be self-motivated, do your own stuff, that's not beneficial. Having emotions, not beneficial. Enjoying things that don't profit you in any way, not beneficial. You are very shy. Yes, I mean, there are introverts who are shy. I'm not saying it's a be-all, end-all. But, too many people think that's just what introverted means. It just means you're shy. It's not what it means. Trust me, I'm an introvert, but it's more for me that it's not that I'm shy or I get scared around other people. It's just I don't like dealing with people. Because the people who like dealing with people are the people who can fool themselves into thinking that these other people actually care about them, and these other people like have their best interest in mind, and when they compliment you, it's not because they're just trying to be nice, when in reality they don't actually care. Oh, it's because they, and, you know, most people just fool themselves into thinking, like, you know, they actually care and all this stuff. But honestly, I've noticed that people tend to project their own emotions, the way they feel, positively or negatively, toward the way they view other humans as well. If you're more of a positive person, you're probably gonna think that every person you're gonna come in contact with has your best interest in mind. Well, not all the time, but like you're gonna think more that way than they're always trying to take advantage of you. If you think negatively more, you'll think they always try to take advantage of you. The reality is some people try to take advantage of you. Other people, well, some very few people do have your best interest in mind. Uh, that's not just my negative bias coming in. Wyatt Schaffer, did you switch your YouTube account here? Emotions are stupid. Yes, they are considered stupid because they don't benefit you in any way. It does not benefit you to have emotions. In this society, you don't make money off of having emotions unless you go into acting, which even then, that's usually just fake emotions. Emotions generally just prohibit you from accomplishing things. And that's what you have to do to be successful. You just need to mindlessly be accomplishing things. Whether you care about these things or not, you just gotta keep doing it. Hearing me rant made you like me a bit more. I mean, these streams are a blend of me ranting about things and then me being sarcastic and me just fooling around. You never know what you're gonna get. If you guys keep the chat going, it helps me stay motivated. I usually stay self-motivated, but when I get tired, there's not much left to motivate me. Stay tuned is back. Yes, the real answers to life, guys. I don't play enough Smash Bros. That's the cure for everything in life. Yeah, I mean, the way society is, literally anywhere, people are just... I mean, if you ever wonder why there's so many mental health issues, there's nothing to wonder about. It's because there's a large part of our humanity that isn't being used, that isn't rewarded for literally, like, there's a part of our humanity that just is not rewarded in this society. So basically, you just have to shut off a huge part of your humanity. And that's definitely not just going to bite you in the butt later in life. It's just foolishness. No emotions equals sociopath. I don't agree with that, Scott. I think it's pretty easy not to have emotions. If you just become desensitized enough toward everything, you're not gonna hardly have any emotions. Maybe you'll have some every now and again, but it gets to a point where it's really easy just not to care about anything. How do you keep yourself self-motivated when you don't care about anything? The only thing I can tell you is, you know, this is the life you're gonna live, and once you're done with this, I don't believe in reincarnation, so I think you're gonna be done. If reincarnation is real, I'm gonna lose my mind. There ain't no way I want to go through this life again. That may sound overly negative, but it's just like, it doesn't bother me that much. You know, a lot of people who are overly positive are the ones who get upset when people say something negative because they don't understand you can say something negative without feeling bad about it. A lot of my live streams, I say a lot of negative things, but it doesn't make me feel bad. It's just like, yeah, that's a thing. Yes, I'm a quitter, man. I'm a quitter. Brian, you're back. Chosen a title for that autobiography. Yeah, that autobiography, that's definitely gonna happen. Dude, that'd be such a boring autobiography. No, I don't have a title for it. Probably be something ridiculous. It'd be called The Ramblings of a Madman. Brian just woke up. I've been ranting, Brian. I don't think it's good to hate optimists. If that's the way they can deal with living their lives, you should just be fine with it. If you can't stand it, then just don't hang around with them. I usually can't stand hanging around with optimists very much because I just don't relate to it. But if that's what they have to do to make their lives tolerable, I don't have a problem with it. I don't know, I've just gotten to a point where I've experienced enough things in my life and I understand the way people work enough to the point where I'm just like, people are people and it is what it is, and it at the end of the day, it just doesn't really matter. We're all gonna end up in the grave, and I mean, however you get to the grave, it is your choice. However you choose to live your life is your choice. It's just, I don't know. To most people, that would sound like, oh, that's really negative, and I can't stand that viewpoint on life. But honestly, that's a very nice way to look at it because I'm not forcing myself on other people, and I'm not like forcing them to think a certain way, do a certain thing. It's just like, as long as, like, the only line I would draw is just try not to hurt too many people in the ways that you figure out how to live life. But it just, some of these people who have really insane emotions, high emotions, it's kind of hard not to hurt those people because, like, if I talk to another person like myself and I say a bunch of negative things, it would not affect them at all. It would not affect me at all. It'd just be like, yeah. In fact, we would find it funny. It would be something to laugh about. Honestly, that's kind of how I get through life. Just laugh about how stupid it is. Why take this crap seriously? It's not even worth it. There's nothing to take seriously about this. Life offers nothing. And, why take it seriously? I mean, if just laugh about how stupid it is. To most people, it'd be depressing. They'd be like, "Oh, let's make something of our lives. Let's do something important that everyone will remember." Reality check: most people won't remember, and even if they remember things you did while you were alive on Earth, they probably still don't care, and it's not gonna help you once you're dead. So. And honestly, it just makes it harder. Like, I really feel bad for those people who are gonna end up dying, who, when they're not gonna be able to come to grips with their own death at all. Those overly positive people who love life so much or pretend to, they're not gonna be able to come to grips with their own life ending at all. Because a lot of them have main characters hero syndrome or whatever that thing is. And, these people are going to have a really hard time, unless it's something that just happens out of nowhere. But honestly, if you have a more realistic view on life, more negative view, and you just accept things for the way they are, and you know it's never going to change no matter how much you'd like to pretend. Unfortunately, too many people, the only way they can get through life is pretending like everything's going to get better, when in reality it's not going to change. The way things are, if anything, they're just going to get worse. People pretend like, oh, if we just vote in another president or this party or that party, this is going to change the country or whatever. Reality check is not. It's not. The people in power don't care. They literally don't. The people in power stay in power, and they don't give a crap. They like the way things are. As people who aren't in power just need to accept that things are never going to change unless there's World War III. The problem with life is, you know what the number one problem is? Humans. I'm not promoting genocide here or getting rid of humans. I understand humans. I understand how hard it is for people. I get it. I don't promote any of that stuff. But what I'm saying is, you gotta come to grips with the way things are. And if you're gonna live your whole life in fantasy land, pretending like everything's gonna be fine, and when this external factor changes, this might fix my life or whatever. Reality is that's never gonna be fixed, and you're gonna live your whole life thinking that way, and at the end of the life, you're gonna have a massive shock when you find out that that thing you were believing your whole life didn't mean anything. So I feel bad for those people. Maybe their lives will be easier for the most part, but at the end point, they're gonna have a hard time struggling to come to grips with things. Uh, Why'd the rooster get ran over? I don't know, because he heard how depressing what I was saying was, and he was just like, might as well just walk out in front of this oncoming vehicle. uh, Off topic, by the way, but you hope they get rid of AI. Yeah, I mean, AI just basically replaces humans. And, I mean, it was already to a point where machines already pretty much are better than humans. Machines are basically humans without the baggage, so they can actually get things done. um, yeah, but the problem with that is it has no meaning. Um, I don't know. It just, I don't know what to think of AI, because on one hand, maybe AI is going to be good because it will start to make people realize how ridiculous things have become. It might wake some people up. I think it has. Um, but on the other hand, I don't know. I just I just don't even care at this point. Like, how could you possibly, like, what are you seriously gonna do to make things worse? I mean, I guess the whole world could just crumble, but be honest with you, it wouldn't be really it wouldn't matter to me that much. It just, I get, there's people who are enjoying their lives. I shouldn't project all my. I enjoy sometimes during my life. It's not like every second of every day is the greatest day on earth or whatever. Not like my life is absolutely horrible. It's not. But I just get to a point where I just don't care about any of this stuff, because what's the point? What's the point in caring about? There's no reward for caring about anything. There's no reward for it. It doesn't serve any purpose. I mean, it doesn't matter with or without AI. Machines pretty much just replace humans, and humans these days aren't very intelligent because we just all consume large amounts of entertainment and we never use our brains anyway, so what does it even matter? I mean, we just dumbed ourselves so far down to this point where I don't even think I mean, does it matter? Like, we're so dumb these days. I feel I can tell how dumb I am every time I do a live stream. People will come on the live chats acting like, oh, I could do so much better job. Seriously, sit down for a couple hours and try and talk sense. It's impossible. Because you're fed so much crap every day and you get so desensitized. If you actually sit down and try and be a normal human and talk about things, it's like impossible. Especially when you don't have another person to feed off of. You're just talking by yourself. I sounded super negative when I first came on, but now I sound like I have a brain. I mean, I feel like I've gotten even more negative since probably when you first got on. uh, Thanks, Scott, for that vote of confidence, but there's no way in the world that I would ever want to be the president of the United States of America. Uh, Absolute no desire. Absolute no desire. Honestly, that's kind of the problem with a lot of things. I have absolute no desire for a lot of things because, unfortunately, you'll find out pretty quick in life that most things really don't matter that much and they don't really reward you in any way, shape, or form. It's just, most of the things that people think about it, like, seriously, think about this. Most of the things that keep people motivated in life, keep them going in life, are things they'll never have. People constantly motivate themselves with things they've never had before. If I just make this much money, if I just get this house, if I just do this, do this. How come it's only the things that motivate you are the things you don't have and not the things you actually have? Maybe because once you got those things you actually have, maybe they don't actually hold any reward or satisfaction. Maybe they just don't mean anything. And so basically, I've seen a ton of people, they just fantasize about a lot of things, relationships, money, all these different things. And the key denominator and why they think about these things so highly is because they don't have those things. They like all the things they don't have. And all the things they do have don't motivate them at all. It's just foolishness. So I get sick of I get sick of life being, oh, do this, do that, and then the next thing, and the next thing, and the next thing. I get sick of that, because it's like, if I can't just feel rewarded and fulfilled with what I've already got, regardless of whether it's not up to other people's standards or not, what's the point? I mean, what's the point? Kids need to touch grass. Yeah, I see that one all the time. Touch grass. Why kids nowadays are obsessed with brain rot? Because that's what they're used to. Unfortunately, once you've consumed this high entertaining brain rot, and the problem is that stuff gives you such high dopamine hits, it makes you really desensitized toward everything else. It takes away your enjoyment of things that aren't super high entertaining brain rot. Informational videos for your brain, they'll never watch that stuff. It's just unfortunately the reality of the situation when you allow this stuff to creep into everyday people's lives. There's no coming back. That's the problem. Unless people take extreme measures to try and get back to where they used to be, once you become desensitized and stuff, you're pretty much done for. There's some things in life you'll never come back from. It's like people who go off to the military, or people who've been in battle. Those experiences are so extreme and traumatic. There's no coming back from that. So even like when they get home and they go back to their normal lives, it doesn't feel normal anymore, and it can never be the way it used to be. That's the way it is kind of with people getting desensitized by brain rot content and stuff. They can never go back to simpler forms of content, forms that actually make sense, informational stuff that is more boring. And unfortunately, these people who are highly desensitized, they don't even realize it, because it just becomes a habit for them to always be doing these certain things, and they don't even consciously think about, so they're never going to actually try and fix it. Unfortunately, a lot of these things are going to just end up exploding over time. These people are just, if it gets too worse, it's gonna reach a boiling point, and then there's probably no coming back. You're planning on having kids, Ethan. That tells me you're a more optimistic person than I am, because I would refuse to ever have any children in today's society. Maybe that sounds selfish, but honestly, I think it'd be more selfish to put them on this earth and not be prepared for what they're gonna face. Ooh. The glass is half empty, Scott. Yeah. Well, I would love to hear somebody try and argue with me about why it would be worth having kids, other than for your own selfish reasons. Putting kids on this planet Earth? No, thank you. You haven't been in many of my live streams last time because I was being rude to you. Yes, I remember that. It's pretty hilarious, wasn't it? I would just say it's a good life lesson for you to not take many things on the internet too seriously. uh, Scott, are you leaving the stream? Scott, I wanted your input. You called me a glass half empty. I don't like that kind of talk. You gotta give me your arguments here. Yeah, I've heard people say that before, Wyatt. How they'll pass along their values to someone else. I'll give you the reality check on this one, Wyatt. When do parents who ever tell their kids what matters to the parents, when do the kids ever listen? It never happens. Uh, the kids always rebel. There's hardly ever a time where the kids actually do what the parents want them to do and just follow this whole life path that the parents planned out for 'em. It's a nice thought that, hey, like maybe I can share these interests and hobbies I have and all these things I've learned with another person, but reality check is you could do that with anybody else. You could do that with your friends. But the reality situation is they don't care. they're not gonna care. And in today's society, nobody cares. I mean, you have kids, they're gonna despise you. If you have kids in today's society, they're gonna hate you for it, and they're not gonna care diddly squat about what any of the things you care about are. It's just kind of the reality of the situation. I don't know any parents who have kids where the kids were like, "Oh, I love my parents so much, and I'm just gonna do everything they tell me to do because they know so much more than I do." It's like maybe when they're really young, they think that's how it's gonna be, but when they get older, unless you like completely brainwash them, when they get older, they're probably just gonna do whatever they want. uh, it's like imagine me telling my kid, "Hey, if I had a kid, imagine me like, here, share my interests. All right, you're getting a live stream for 3 or 4 hours every night talking about your dishwasher." It's like, yeah, I don't think that kid's gonna share the same interests that I have. I know not everybody's are as ridiculous as mine and as obscure as mine are, but I'm being serious. Maybe there'll be a few things they pick up from you, but dude, if that's what you're relying on for this to be worth it, it's probably not going to be. But I can't force you. Indoctrination does work most of the time. Yeah, just brainwash your kids. Brainwash your kids into thinking they're gonna be the most special human being of all time. And then they'll get into the real world and then they're gonna get their ticket wrong. Yeah. Unfortunately, childhood is just another programming thing. In childhood, kids are programmed to think that they're the most special human in life because a lot of the time these parents treat them like that. Because to the parents, yes, these kids are very valuable to them because they're their kids, but to anybody else, nobody cares. So so the kids are gonna have to get past that hurdle at some point. Dude, why is the light suddenly so bright in here? I don't know. But it's pretty crazy. Learn some respect. Melissa, there is no such thing as respect in today's society. I'm just trying to help you out so you'll get ready for the real world. There is no respect. You can work at a job for 30, 40 straight years and you can get fired just like that. There is no respect in today's society, in today's world. People don't care. Sooner you can accept that, the better. It doesn't have to be a bad thing. It's only a bad thing if you make it a bad thing. If you choose to continue living in fantasy land, trust me, I don't have to tell you. You're gonna get it. It's gonna happen eventually. You're gonna have to come out of this false reality. I mean, even though I talk about reality a lot and things in the real world and all that crap, I wish things were different, but they aren't, and they're not gonna change. Even your family doesn't respect you. Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, it doesn't even matter. If you can just accept the fact that you're on your own in life and that people can help you, but you gotta make sure they're not a hindrance because they can easily be an obstacle. They can help you, but there's a lot of people, they have different lives. Some people, they do live their whole life with people that actually care about them and actually want what's best for them, and then they don't have any horrible obstacles in the way, but for most people, that's not going to be how it works. But anyway, that's just how it is with everything in life. Relationships, anything. It's not a perfect thing. It's not a Disney movie where we have a happy ending at the end. You know what the happy ending to this life is? The graveyard. That too bad they don't. You know how great all these Disney movies would be if instead of ending at the end where we live happily ever after and all that stuff, we go through their entire lives and we just don't stop at the climax of their lives. We go through their entire lives, and we get to the end of their life where it's this old person in a nursing home and all their family and friends are dead and and they've got nothing to look forward to but the grave. Yeah, I'm ready for that Disney movie, but I don't think that's ever gonna happen. uh, I'm laughing about this. Sorry, I've got some dark humor. But things in life are what you make them. Yes, things on the surface level might be terrible, but if you can just take it as, this is the way it is and whatever, just deal with it. It's about all I can say. All right, come on now. Not talking about my parents tonight. No. Thank you for the 54 likes on the stream, guys. I accomplished something tonight. Most people at 3 or 4 in the morning, they're just sleeping. I'm accomplishing something, maybe. Ooh. Anybody know why I just whistled right there? Oh, 9 minutes from 3 hours. Somebody commenting on my YouTube videos. Looks like I have to respond to that after this live stream. Gotta respond to some more disgruntled customers of my videos. That's gonna be fun. It's gonna be real fun. You having a good time in the stream, guys? Enjoying my dark humor? But seriously, that is literally it's so hilarious how nobody really thinks about. The end of your life is the graveyard. And nobody's gonna care at all about anything you did after you're gone. Or maybe they'll pretend they do, but they still don't. And does it even matter anyway, whether they care or not? No, it doesn't. Your life is what you make it. You get a life. You wake up one day and you're on planet Earth. You have no idea why. Your parents, you didn't choose your parents. You have no idea who your parents were going to be and choose where you were going to live at. You just were born in some random place on the earth. It's just the way it goes. There you go, Wyatt. Elmo's World. Usually my whistling skills and my humming skills are so bad when I try and whistle or hum a tune, nobody can tell what it is. I'm glad somebody figured that out. The end of your life isn't the graveyard. Well, I'm referring to our lives on Earth. And I think we can all agree with that, right? If you believe in the afterlife, that's a whole nother thing. But that's a different life. That's why it's called the afterlife. Different life. Not same life. Do I ever shut up, man? Well, I'll shut up if people become insecure and they don't want to think about how they're gonna die one day. I'll shut up then. Which, that's all the time. Yes, Realist7239. That is the truth, isn't it? At least that's the truth for most people. Not everybody that's true for, because some people die young. You ever heard the saying, only the good die young? Does anybody agree with that or no? I think the reason they say only the good die young is because if you die young, people probably have a higher opinion of you. By the time you're getting older, just seems like nobody usually cares. Not always, but, you know, a lot of the people you would have known will have already passed on and all that stuff. Yes, thank you for recognizing me as Nick Fuentes. I appreciate that. You never want to get that old? Yeah, I never want to get that old either. That's why I do these live streams to take off years of my life. The good die young because they haven't had time to do bad. That's an interesting perspective. I like that. I don't know. I just think people usually have a higher opinion of people who are younger because they're like, oh, this person could have accomplished so much in their life. They could have come up with the cure for cancer. They could have done all these different things. And then by the time they live their life, they're like, yep, that was just another human. Yep. And so they're like, oh, we know everything they did in their life. There's nothing surprising about it. See, that's the way humans are. Like, their expectations of things and their disillusionment of how life is and all these other things is way better than what, like, it actually is. Like, so you have a young person and you can imagine they would accomplish all these things in their lives that you think are important, which may never have even been important to them. But you think they're important. You're like, oh, I'll project my own views on this dead corpse. Imagine they could have done all these different things if they had lived longer. They had so much talent, all this stuff, regardless of whether there was anywhere they could actually use their talents at. Because maybe they just never had a opening to ever use their talents in a meaningful way. Because that's kind of what happens when you have 8 billion people. They can't all get the good side of things. Somebody's got to get the short end of the stick. But yeah, it's just, I think that's a good example how disillusioned people are. That's why they say only the good die young, is because they imagine that the young people had all this potential and they imagine this great life they could have had that they'll never get to live. And it's sad, and then, well, somebody who's older just dies. They're like, well, we know everything they did, and they didn't become an astronaut. They didn't discover the cure for cancer, so, you know, another human. Can I imagine life in 10 or 15 years? I don't want to imagine life in 10 or 15 years. Because unfortunately, I'm not like most people where we just think, hey, if we just get this certain president in office, if we just do these certain things, life is magically going to be way better. Hint, hint, life will never be better because humans are not perfect. People act like they would be... The people at the bottom who understand how hard it is sometimes, they think they would be way better. They think they are a much better individual. They think they would be way better if they were given power and they would actually use it well. But at the end of the day, most every human being is greedy. And, you know, as long as it's a society made up of humans, it's never going to succeed. It's just the sad reality of it. What are we talking about tonight? An excellent question. I've been doing a lot of dark humor here at the end of the live stream. Not because I feel sad or feel depressed or anything like that. It's just because it's funny. Most people, it's not funny because they can't come to grips with it. They can only live their lives in disillusionment. And then I say something like, end of your life is the graveyard, and we just fly off the handle because... You know, we can't accept that. There's certain things you can't say to people because they can never come to grips with it. So you're just supposed to not talk about certain topics because they'll lose their minds. The average living experience is drastically different than 200 years ago. That is correct. But humans are still humans. Outside factors don't matter that much. They can help. They can't fix things. They can't solve problems. Collective psyche has really changed. Well, people have the way society is set up, you have to be a certain way and do certain things to just to be able to survive. So you have to change your psychology a little bit, but at the end of the day, you're still a human. There's still certain things that are part of your humanity, and even if you shut those things off, doesn't mean it's still not a part of you. Man, my phone battery's already down to 39%. This is what happens when you stream for 3 hours. Was this? You think the rapture happened yet? No, I do not think the rapture has happened. How did my Brawl stream go? How did that Brawl stream go? That's a complicated question. It went the same as it usually goes, which is going nowhere. Couldn't get one person to play with. Happens every time. What are we doing tonight, folks? I was using some dark humor, and people aren't liking it, so I gotta stop. No, honestly, I think most of the people in here were alright with it. Most. You're working right now. Congratulations. What, Discord? I don't use Discord anymore. I tried, it didn't work. It was absolute garbage. Discord, I just don't do Discord anymore. It just... I set up a Brawl Discord for my channel, and that just went nowhere. I didn't understand the point in it to begin with, but people are like, oh, it'll help the channel. It will accomplish things. It didn't. It didn't do anything. What's my favorite video game of all time, Ethan? Check out my channel for the answer. You're leaving the stream already. Come on now. You just got here. I usually am going to be doing those Brawl streams on Sunday nights. So I'll probably do one this coming Sunday night. That would be Eastern Time, United States of America. You knew that was it? I hope you knew that was it, Ethan. Super Smash Bros. Brawl. Nobody had a YouTube channel on it, so I did one. So we could say we at least have that on YouTube. What time is it these days? 5 in the morning. You guys have anything left you want to talk about? We talked about everything I can imagine. We haven't talked about the education system. Education system alias brainwashing kids, feeding them a bunch of mindless, useless facts that'll never help them in life so they don't have any more room in their brains for anything else. I feel bad for the people who actually took school seriously. As soon as you learn reading and writing, you're pretty much good to go. That's a nice little controversial topic to get some people fired up here, get the chat rolling. Schools were structured exactly the same way, yes. Humans have been getting brainwashed for a really long time, haven't they? Makes sense, makes sense. Sorry, I was just thinking about something pretty hilarious right there. Care to share? No! Maybe. Maybe. I don't know if you guys are ready for that one yet. I don't think we're quite there yet. I love how my microphone blends right in with my shirt. I literally didn't notice that until now. 3 hours in this stream, man. I'm very observant. You guys say it now because they all left? No, they didn't. You guys are still watching. At least according to what YouTube's telling me. You know, unfortunately, I wish I could just come on the YouTube with no filter at all and just do whatever. But as I already said earlier, YouTube doesn't promote creativity. It's a joke. Rubbing my eyeballs because I'm definitely not tired right now. Thank you for the 55 likes on the live stream, guys. That helped keep me motivated here to keep my mouth running at full blast for 3 hours, 8 minutes, and 18 seconds. I'm out of topics to talk about, guys, unless you got something you really need to say here, which it's not looking like. Probably should get some shut-eye here soon. Hit the hay and all those other terms for going to bed. Yeah. Yeah. Keep awake until 9 p.m. so we can both change our sleep schedule. My sleep schedule literally progresses every hour, an extra hour every day. At least if that's what I allow it to do, that's what it would naturally do. Um, and these live streams, usually I can only live stream at like 3 or 4 in the morning because it's the only time there aren't many other YouTubers live streaming. Aren't as many YouTubers, I should say. There's still plenty of people live streaming, but um, they're usually just not as many in the United States, at least. Definitely not on the East Coast right now. But I honestly like to stay up at night. I don't want to do it for too long or else it starts to feel like I'm the only human on Earth. But it is nice to do it for a little while because it's an easy way to literally have an excuse never to see other humans. It's a perfect excuse. Friend tells you, "Hey, can you go to this little get together here or this family reunion thing going on?" It's like, dude, my sleep schedule right now, I'm sleeping during the day and I'm awake at night. I can't go to it. It's like the perfect excuse. You don't have to make up anything. It's perfect. So if you're able to do it, I'd advise doing it. Easy way to get out of family reunions. uh, um, but yeah, it's kind of nice just to not deal with other humans for a long period of time. Does anyone watch YouTube? I don't know. Do they, Lawton Swan? Deep questions. Anyway, I think that about wraps up this live stream, guys. I'm not gonna stay up till 9 p.m. to fix my sleep. If I stay up till 9 p.m., that would be like what 20, 28, 29 hours for me up in a row. I couldn't possibly do that. Longest I ever stayed up in a row is 23 hours. I don't know what it is, but my body hardly has any energy at all. And any energy ever. Staying up for 29 hours straight, there's no way I could do it. It's pretty funny when you stay up too long. It feels like you feel like almost you got run over by a train or something. It just feels really weird. Unfortunately, I don't have any experience with getting run over by trains, but I've heard that isn't a very pleasant experience. Just drink coffee, yes. Just drink coffee, just load up on the Red Bulls. That's how you get energy, yes, but, I would kind of like to be not reliant on things that take my money away on a daily basis. Because in today's economy, that's becoming increasingly bad. The less amount of things you can be relying on, the better. And I just assume never to have to get addicted to artificial energy stuff and have to live off of it just to get any energy. I'd rather just rely on my natural energy, which is absolutely toasted. But it'll only get worse if I start relying on artificial energy. Anywho. Yep, sleep schedules are tricky stuff to navigate. I can make myself stay up a little longer than usual pretty easily. But trying to get myself to fall asleep earlier than usual is just out of the question. Unfortunately, I'm not one of those people who can just fall asleep. Like, as soon as their head hits the pillow, bang. I wish I had that ability. That's one of many abilities I wish I had. I wish I had the ability to live stream forever and never get tired, because I could literally just do that the rest of my life, and I literally wouldn't care, because I don't feel like there's really anything else to do with my life. Live streaming was my calling in life, my higher calling. No. There are things I would probably rather do in life than live streaming, but I'm not good enough at those things to make it worthwhile. I don't have enough talent. I don't have talent for this either, but most people aren't willing to live stream for 3 hours no matter what, so I've already got a leg up on those people. Right now, where you're at, Ethan, it's 2 in the morning. I hope you enjoyed this live stream, Ethan. If you guys ever want to watch me again, just telling you, you have to turn on notifications, or you have to subscribe channel. You have to do something, or else you'll never see my channel again. My channel just gets buried in the millions of other YouTube channels. I know I have about 2,000 subs, and that sounds like it's a decent amount. It's really not that much. Until you get like over 10,000 subscribers, can people actually find you without having to, figure out certain ways? Like, the fact that you even found my live stream is like a 0.00001% chance of happening. Probably even less than that. The fact you even found my stream is just unbelievable. It blows my human comprehension. I'm happy you enjoyed the stream, Ethan. Most people can't enjoy my streams because they have too many walls they build up, too many things, and they just would never be willing to listen to this. They're either too desensitized, or there's certain things I say that are going to rub them the wrong way. And, that's why most successful YouTubers just say a bunch of generic statements and just like, oh, I love this, oh, yeah, that's great, all this. They literally have to do that because people will not watch their videos if they say one thing they don't like. Because that's just how superficial and stupid everybody is these days. You can't have people disagree with you. What would come to this world? Maybe we become better individuals because we would actually listen to other opinions and try and understand people better. Man, that would really suck. What's the progress? I don't think there has been any progress. I've been yapping for 3 hours, 17 minutes. I don't think we've been progressing anywhere. Dude, I thought garlic was for vampires. I thought hanging garlic was to deter vampires. Is that just my imagination? Thank you, Wyatt, for saying you enjoy me because I'm straight to the point, honest, flashy, and not flashy. Some streams I get a little carried away and I just joke around the whole stream and stuff, but sometimes that's just good for me to get that out of my system. And then other times I'll be extremely honest and just too much for people to handle. Like Melissa, who was in here earlier, couldn't handle it. That's all right. There's plenty of outlets for people like Melissa. That most of this world is built for people like Melissa. People who just, they don't want to hear certain things that are just not, they're not interesting. They're just downright depressing to most normal people. But if you're not normal like me, you don't, it doesn't depress you because most things just don't have an effect on me anymore. I'm not trying to say that because I'm cool or something, because honestly, it's not cool. It's very boring and annoying to deal with, but most things don't affect me, so it's kind of hard to get motivation to do things when you don't care about them. But this channel is one of the only things that keeps me going, so I'm just going to keep doing it no matter whether it makes sense to do 3-hour live streams for only 3 viewers or not. Alright, Ethan, I'll hold you to your word. My next stream will probably also be at like 3, 4 in the morning Eastern time. Around the same time. I don't know if it'll be tomorrow or the day after. It'll be one of those days. It'll be in the next few days. I understand, Wyatt. If you have emotions, that just means you haven't got them kicked out of you yet. That's all it means. Somebody tells me they have emotions in this society, all that tells me is you haven't gotten it kicked out of you yet. That's all it tells me. Because it's only a matter of time, unless your parents have a lot of money and you just inherit all their money and you never have to ever go out in the real world and you just get everything delivered to your house and literally never go out of your house. Which I don't know who can get away with that, but that'd be pretty wild. Anyway, the stream is completely tanked. I am exhausted. I was probably going to end the stream about an hour ago, but I kept going because we were actually talking about things that I find interesting, which I don't usually get to do that because most people just care about, you know, you look like Nick Fuentes and AJ Soprano. Pain is weakness. Unfortunately, pain is the one thing I haven't been able to get rid of, Wyatt. I have eliminated most of my humanity successfully, but pain you cannot get rid of. Maybe you can lessen pain's blow, but it's still there. Most people usually just choose to ignore it, and that's the only way they can cope with it, because if you try and understand how bad some things are, some people just can't deal with it. They literally can't. They don't really try either, but either way, it's just useless. Anywho, if I keep going, that would be useless. I hope I see you guys another time. I know, Wyatt, you've been in a couple of my live streams now, and Ethan, you said you'll come back. That's great. I can't guarantee you every live stream I'll be talking about stuff like this, and I can't guarantee it, but I usually use dark humor and sarcasm in a lot of my live streams, so that's kind of up my alley. Positivity, not so much. Creeps you out when you walk past poor people, see the pain on their faces. Rich neighborhood, and everyone that I walk past gives me a friendly smile. Yeah, that sounds pretty creepy by your description there. Yeah, all my streams are just yapping. I don't do anything interesting in my streams, which is why the YouTube algorithm doesn't like it, even though they pretend like they encourage creativity. Sure you do. Goodbye.